Yeah.
Go me.
Roy's our boy.
First time I've ever been wrong on stream.
Ever.
Did you know that? Yeah.
Ever.
Has to happen to someone eventually, I guess, suppose.
Are you okay? Are you running a fever? Like, what's wrong?
I need to catch my breath.
Yeah. But yeah, going right to Pokemon Stadium. Close your eyes. It's almost like you're watching Melee. Okay, who am I
Roy's
kidding?
in Melee? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he has blue hair and a blue cape.
Crazy.
But yeah, Puff gonna go in, fall off these platforms. Forward throw SALT1 trying to get him off stage because we know what happens when you get the Roy off stage as Jigglypuff.
Love going for the dare to set up a quick follow-up as the punish to that sing. I think slugging aerials and disadvantage is really going to be all Roy has to save himself from some of these Puff off-stage strings, right?
Yeah.
So I think we're just going to see the chasing ghosts, as you speak.
Right, and while Puff has to slug too. I mean, Roy's are a little bit more disjointed, so he does have that going for him. But he doesn't have this dash attack defense. And BassMage is going to take the first stock here.
And here comes BassMage again, getting just a quick little two-piece. And the tech chase? Oh, is that an attempt at a I don't think that shield clicks, but it doesn't matter. SALT1 had the up B, ripped and roaring for him.
I thought he expected the jab lock and then the get up, but that was a huge falling up air from BassMage, converted into a rest.
And the meteor, or the falling KO in the background.
Yeah.
It's going to save you from any kind of punish on the back end, so.
Pretty much freezes time for the Jigglypuff.
Star KO. Why couldn't I think of Star KO? That was weird.
You really are.
You only see that in like literally every game I've ever commentated, at least one.
To be fair, we haven't seen as many today. But yeah, goes for the counter. Probably predicted some sort of quick aerial off the ground. Does that kill?
I'm shocked it didn't, Flack. That's wild.
I mean, I know it's like at this point everyone knows that move kills absurdly early, but sometimes it still just gets you.
Okay, quick jump, gonna save SALT1 here, get out of that low recovery that we saw. BassMage was so good at exploiting versus Ned Sephiroth.
Right.
Don't even want to be there.
BassMage surprisingly finds his way back to the stage.
Okay, again, the dash attack not crossing up, and SALT1 punishes in kind. Gonna even up these stocks.
Yeah, and I mean, SALT1, you gotta play so grounded, avoiding the ledges of those stages at all costs.
And just take your little one-piece, two-piece, and then let Puff kind of do this floating in the air game. She has to come back down to the ground at some point, right?
Right.
And then you can punish accordingly.
That's when you pounce. Huge counter from the side of SALT1, though. Really abusing this idea of the landing counter that Roy and these Fire Emblem characters have at their arsenal.
Thought he had a jump scouted. Okay, good DI. Somehow avoiding the jab to back air. Landing double-edged dance. We've seen that a couple of times today from SALT1, and there, the up tilt out of the shield. Real clutch. I think that was a comeback stock. He was down a little bit there.
Yeah.
But just swatting away that Jigglypuff like a fly eventually will pay off.
Yeah, he was getting lapped for a second, but once he got to that last stock, he had like a 60% string, and then after some scraps and some like slow-paced shielding and swinging, he found that up tilt. That was a good decisive game one from Mr. SALT1.
Yeah, that last stock, he just really did not get knocked too far off of like the base of Pokemon Stadium. Like he was just chilling in center stage in that Pokeball in the ring. When you have firm stage control like that, it's up to BassMage to find a way to solve it, and just the answer never came.
Right. He made a fortress, and BassMage wasn't allowed in.
Here we go, small battlefield it will be for game number 2. No character swaps, which I do not find surprising in the slightest.
Yeah. If he gets some games on the board, maybe he'll consider it. Maybe. It's such a weird mix-up, though, when you win and change characters. It's not talked about enough.
Oh, I love the mind game of that.
Yeah, that's so funny.
But no need here at all for SALT1. And again, a disadvantaged aerial. The up air just able to sneak away, take away any attempt at a platform deck chase. Very clutch defenses.
Yeah, right on. SALT1 really punishing those those choices to roll when BassMage lands.
Then that forward smash in the corner rip of all things from Jigglypuff. Shocked that the Puff is still alive after eating that sweet spot back there.
Totally. Yeah, he ducks and weaves. Now he's being a little more elusive on stage.
And another great tech to make sure the recovery weakness isn't too strong, at least for SALTONE's case. And he goes for an up throw, not enough to KO yet.
Yeah, a little bit more, and he's definitely in danger. But instead, he just opts for the forward air. That's going to take it. BassMage playing from behind now.
Ooh, the delay between second and third hits of double edge dance. Taking BassMage off guard a bit.
Yeah.
The damage adding up now.
And now he's just getting so much extra damage. BassMage's really good at making his opponents play patiently, but SALTONE really adjusting to that patience and acting accordingly.
And he doesn't need to overcommit for anything. Don't need to go for like crazy reads.
Yeah.
Puff is so light that really any of Roy's sweet spot moves should just get the job done at this point. That up air just a little short, actually. So second time I've ever been wrong.
Ever.
Oh, jump.
Ooh, the chain of forward airs, the biggest trade of his life, took place 5 seconds ago on the left side of the
BassMage's burst potential on these edge guards again comes in the clutch.
It's insane, dude. It's like it's such a coin flip once the pairs start chaining. And now we have an even game, 0% one stock here on Small Battlefield.
And okay, the dares begin. What's the lead up gonna be? Just go for a forward throw.
Holy crap, BassMage. He's in there, and that's the game. 1-1.
You mentioned it a couple of BassMage sets ago when we were talking about how that forward throw, it's just a positioning forward throw, but the positioning is so important for BassMage that when you see a double down air in the center of Small Battlefield, you're thinking like, go for a rest follow-up, right? But instead it's just forward throw, and then I can just take my sweet time. I just have to eat one jump and then one up beat, and that's it.
Exactly, and it's like, even if, obviously, Jigglypuff forward throws you sometimes, and if they can't make it to you on time, right? If they're dashing at you, they're going to make you think they're doing something when you get up. So they'll jump immediately, and it seems like BassMage always catches those jumps straight out of it.
It was just great risk-reward assessment in the advantage state from BassMage, and it led to a definitive game win. Well, okay, but there you go. The forward air in disadvantage where you don't expect Roy to have time to throw out an aerial, clutching a stock alive.
Right. And Roy's forward air isn't so committal that it'll put him in a disastrous situation where he's falling for a few seconds. Forward air, you can just throw them out like candy.
Yeah, and I think he's got no jump. Yes, that's why you see the up B a little bit too early. That platform, again, it looks like it's a safety valve to try and evade some of these ledge trap scenarios, but it ended up being his demise.
Yeah, his demise, it was. And SALTONE looking like, or not, BassMage looking like he's kind of in the driver's seat this game.
And maybe Puff's so floaty that like jab back air is harder to hit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We really haven't seen too many jab back airs.
Any like conversions off a jab in general, they're so much harder.
Okay, good parry, just to keep your stage control here for SALTONE.
Wow, and he lives.
148%
in a dream.
Finding the right angle there, going a little bit like to the right, and then using the drift to find the recovery, and that way you don't get stuffed out by a forward air trade.
Yeah, that F smash on shield was costly. Got him up aired to the, or up thrown to the heavens.
And okay, this is now finally the percent where Roy can start to get some damage done.
Right.
Puff's percent was so high that really like any of the confirms was not happening.
Yeah, it looked like he wasn't even like hitting him. It was so much harder for him to connect.
Now with the rage in the back pocket, this could be a, I was wondering if like double edge dance would show up, but instead just trying to catch some jumps. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, BassMage's gonna find his way back to the stage, goes to the opts for the other side of Kalos, find his way to the ground. SALTONE not expecting that, kind of lets him back on stage, but the parry into the forward tilt is gonna take BassMage to his last stock.
Great comeback stock on stock number 2 here for SALTONE. He's knocked away though, and there's another trade.
He doesn't even try. He knows his fate, and says we move to the next stock.
Live by the Roy sword, die by the Roy recovery, right?
That's right.
That's going to cost Salt one here, and even this stock 1 game apiece. Woo!
Ooh, double jumps, gets caught off the forward air. Obviously, he's on the stage, so it's not super threatening.
That's a scary place to be. Don't get double edge dance there, and don't let your jump disappear.
Ooh,
good recovery.
He fell so low, but so quickly, and that's one of those things where you need to move it quicker so they can't react as quickly.
Yeah, it's scary to fastball there off the stage, like because then you'll just die. But okay, I guess we summoned it.
Yeah.
We summoned the jab to back air. It had been how many games we hadn't seen a single one? But Salt 1 does have it right where it counts the most.
Yeah, the manifestation took place. He got it done, and Salt 1 will go up 2-1 over BassMage.
And that kill confirmed situation, again, was predicated by just the ability to have controlling your fast fall off the stage. That's like a thing that mid-level players, right? They'd be scared to fast fall in that spot when you're Roy, when you have Roy's recovery, right?
Oh, ISD 200% of the time trying that.
But Salt 1's control of his own character made that much more confident. And it was clutch in order to avoid how dangerous BassMage has been off the stage.
Yeah, that's a nuance that comes with playing these fast fallers that's not talked about a lot. Like Falcon, Fox, like they all experience this sort of thing. And it can really change the game if you're using that fast falling to your advantage.
Indeed. It's the difference between a 1-2 deficit and a 2-1 lead as we go to Hollow Bastion here for game number 4.
Right. 2 double-edged dances off the rip.
Sliding forward till just for a little bit of stage control. Oh, but you're going to pay for it?
Oh, wow.
Jigglypuff was looking to just get the tap dance down air on the top of Roy's head for going for that upbeat. And then Salt 1 tried to get like a different angle on it. It was just a little too short. Ooh, okay, what you got? A forward throw.
Yeah, it was such a low percent sleep. I feel like there wasn't even time to, I don't even know. Like, I mean, I guess you can't set too much up because it's low percent, but.
I had dreams in my eyes.
You're like, show me the craziest down air rest conversion I've ever seen.
I want Puff shenanigans right now, and then it was forward throw. Oh, man.
I wanted to see 5 down airs into something beautiful.
That was an F smash.
Yeah, he was going for broke right there.
And that probably would have killed if it's sweet spotted. Does not matter where you are on Hollow Bastion if you're Puff.
Definitely.
But instead, everyone's living.
Yeah, Blazer trades. Salt 1 back on stage. It's his stage now.
Yep, and just using that movement to commit Puff to some kind of option. And in this case, it was a forward air to try and like poke on like a platform approach. But instead, swat him out of the skies with that there.
And now we are on BassMage's first tournament stock of this top 8.
Okay, going for just the damage on the double edge dance. And another back air out of the jab after we hadn't seen one for so long. Some 2 game clinchers in a row here for Salt 1, who will move on to losers finals to get his run back on Apollo Kage.
Yeah, that jab back air is showing itself as that safe, comfortable way to kill when you're in those last stock situations. I was gonna say the percentage wasn't mattering much when you're BassMage towards the end of those games because you're getting these very like abstract kills off stage, but Cola didn't even give that a chance to manifest, or Salt 1 didn't even give that a chance to manifest. They just let him rock.
Just strong control of the stage. You mentioned also in the Ned Salt 1 set that Sephiroth's ground speed was just so good at forcing Puff's drift to like commit to one direction or another.
Yeah.